Hello everyone, welcome to Jai Hindustan. Today we're gonna discuss about Sudan crisis. Before that, if you're new to the channel, please do like, share, and subscribe. Let's dive into topic. Less than 2 years ago, Sudan was on the cusp of a democratic future. Today, it is gripped by what the UN calls a crisis of staggering scale and brutality. This is not just a war, it is a rapid descent into chaos, driven by a brutal power struggle with civilians, especially children, paying the ultimate price. The conflict pits two powerful factions against each other. The Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, led by General Mohammed Hamdan Hemeti Dagalo. Once uneasy allies after the 2019 coup, their rivalry for ultimate control of the nation exploded in April 2023. This is the new reality of Sudan. The fiercest fighting and the most devastating atrocities have taken place in Darfur, a region already scarred by the violence of the 2000s. The RSF, largely emerging from the notorious Janjaweed militias, recently seized El Fasher, the last major city in North Darfur held by the army. What followed was a nightmare. Reports from displaced residents and the UN describe house-to-house attacks, massacres, and a reign of terror, often along ethnic lines. Over 36,000 people have fled El Fasher in a matter of days, many of them to already overcrowded camps, walking for miles through a treacherous landscape. The US has formally determined that the RSF and its allied militias have committed acts of genocide. The conflict has demonstrated a shocking disregard for human life, transforming hospitals from sanctuaries into battlegrounds. In El Fasher, the situation became a horrific symbol of this war's cruelty. The Saudi Maternity Hospital, one of the few remaining functional health centers, was recently attacked and effectively shut down. The World Health Organization, WHO, has been appalled by reports that hundreds of patients and their companions were reportedly killed inside the hospital by RSF fighters. Witnesses describe the cold-blooded killing of those inside, including patients and those who cared for them. Across the country, 80% of hospitals in conflict zones are now non-functional, a staggering statistic that leaves a nation of nearly 50 million people to face war, disease, and starvation without medical help. This is not collateral damage. It is a war on the last lifeline for Sudan's people. Beyond the bullets, the deadliest weapon being used is hunger. The fighting has devastated Sudan's agriculture, turning the country's breadbasket, Jazeera State, into a front line. Currently, nearly 25 million people, half the population, face acute food insecurity. Humanitarian aid, the only thing standing between millions and famine, is being systematically blocked. Aid convoys are looted, relief workers are attacked, and bureaucratic obstacles make access unpredictable. Even local emergency response rooms, ERRs, community kitchens run by volunteers that were a lifeline for millions, have been forced to close due to aid cuts and the sheer danger. Without safe, unhindered access, aid cannot reach the people trapped inside the besieged cities. The international community, already stretched thin, has failed to match the scale of the need. The crisis in Sudan is complex, but the path forward is clear. The fighting must stop. The world cannot afford to look away as a nation collapses into a generational catastrophe. Protecting civilians, ensuring immediate and unhindered humanitarian access, and holding those responsible for mass atrocities accountable must be the global priority. The voices of the displaced, the injured, and the starving are screaming for the world's attention. We must listen, and we must act. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. See you next. Bye.